Alright, so we're headed up there into the rain for the next 4 days. Have we look, see if we can see a chamois or a tahr or a red deer. Yeah, and Danny here's all rearing to go, so good man.
New Zealand hunt.
Yeah. And we're wearing helmets because we're on bikes, so that'll be fun, especially with this load and Danny's sort of small, day pack that he's got here. We just sort of, keeps going. Anywho, we're going to head up there now, and we're going to get to the first hut before, in this kind of break in the weather. It's supposed to get better, the weather, over the next 3 days, so getting out shouldn't be a problem. There's one river crossing we've got to worry about, but we'll deal with that when we get there.
Here we go. First crossing.
Well, that's the first crossing done. So that was the creek we were worried about. And now we've got Danny's coming back, which is great. Keeping his bike completely out of the water, which I'm quite jealous of, because I've got about 700 grams of battery alone, let alone all the motor and everything, so we just had to carry mine over. So that looks like a jolly good plan, having a bike like that. Right, well, we've had a cup of tea and we're going to head back down the valley now. So we head up this way into the sunlight. And hopefully we should be at the next hut before too long. Have some lunch there, and then we'll unpack and have a look for the evening stalk. Right, now they're tied together, hidden well off the track. Now we're time to walk up the valley, and the weather's just coming right, so perfect. There's a nice wee wallow we've just found, and all set up the valley. Might be something we'll look at when we come back down, because there should be a stag in this fan up here somewhere. So we're on foot from here up the valley. We'll turn around so you can see where we're going. So we're heading up there into the rain. Stash the bikes. Go and have some lunch. absolutely piddled down last night and blew its guts out for a bit of it, and there was a landslide somewhere down the valley which we could hear, big rumbling and a bit of earth movement. So now we're going to head up the valley to the top hut, and then have a wee look on the way, stay there the night and come back down again. There's been a bit of snowfall. You might not be able to see it here, and then behind me here there's a bit of snowfall on the hill, come down about a quarter of the way I guess. So it's a bit cooler. Good feeling about today, so I'll see how we go. Okay, so we've picked up a couple of stags up on the hill just above the bush line. So Danny and I are just going to figure out whether how we're going to get up to them, or whether we might ever go from the valley floor, because it's not that far. So we're going to close some gap, we're going to range them and then see how we go. What do you reckon, Danny?
I think we can make the shot. Let's see what we see.
Yeah,
Pretty,
see how we
pretty
go.
excited.
Weather's not really cooperating. Anyway, look, I tell you what, I'll flick you around so you can see. So to the left of that slip in the centre of the screen, and I find if I can zoom in 15 times, they're kind of up in here somewhere. So that's the plan at the moment. It's wet, it's a little bit cold.
It's perfect.
Just go see if we can find a stag.
It might be a 6-pointer.
So we closed the gap on those two animals, 3 animals we think, but they've unfortunately seen us, so they've headed up and around the corner, so we're going to leave them to settle down a bit, and then we'll come back either later in the day or tomorrow. We know that they're there, we know the gully, the system they're in, so we can sort of sneak along the base here and then shoot up to them so they won't get to see us. And that way it also lets us see the rest of the valley. It's actually turned quite cold, so we're going to head up to the hut and clean up some bits and pieces, dry off a little bit, have some lunch, and then get back out into it. But this is looking really good country. So. Danny's up here getting familiar with our monkey scrub. See if I can, there he goes there. Trying to figure his way down. It's a bit of a mongrel of a place. The weather's not getting any better, never mind. We're getting up into a gully up here, have a look see. Well, the clouds are still pretty low, but we're going to try and make our way up and over, have a wee look in there and head down the other side to the hut. Bit of a ride of the day. We've seen a couple of animals, but nothing that's sort of been gettable. So tomorrow, weather's supposed to be better. We'll go then. We'll get onto something yet. Let's see. So this is where we've come from, come up here, and we've headed uphill, uphill, uphill. There's Danny in the background there, and we're going for this little U-bend up here on the top right third, and then see if we can see anything. There's lots of tar shit, a little bit of deer shit, but mainly tar shit. So hopefully we'll see something.
Coming up the valley, didn't make a play because of kind of low fog, but worked our way up to the hut and then got up high on the plateaus up here. Right when we got up here, saw a little young bull Tahr. Tried to make a move on him, but he disappeared. And Brent came across a nice stag too, and then decided to start working our way back towards the hut and saw a nice mature bull. Then the snow started flying up high and he disappeared too. So we'll fight another day, get back to the hut tonight.
So where we've got to go is kind of down here to the river flat. And the hut is down in here. So we've got a wee way to go, and it's just about to get dark. But oh so pretty.
So we're down by the river, we've had a good look up on the hill, there's nothing obvious, so we're going to move down a bit and keep looking, see if we can find those two stags that we saw last night in the mist, and then yeah, we'll go from there, make a plan. It's going to be a lovely day. Looks that everything's bluebird, so that'll be great because we've got some stuff to dry out. Anyway, we'll catch up later. So the plan is we're going to head up here and then up over that bit and then walk down and come down here or past that bush somewhere. We'll see what happens.
Moved back to my phone because while we're descending from that wee bluffy bit over there, it just wasn't really worth the the last bit, the last probably 50 metres, just was not worth our lives. So we've decided to carry on down, just maybe find a slightly better way down. But it's just up into this stuff here, and it's the last, like I said, 50 odd metres, and it's loose and vertical. So no, we'll give that a miss. Anyway, tip of the day: never be scared to reverse course. Yeah, so that's kind of why we turned around. The wide here, and it gets steeper above that, believe it or not. So, yep, good decision. Anywho, now we've just got to come down off of here, down the scree slide, down to the base. I'm waiting for Danny to get out from underneath me, and then I'll go so I don't dislodge something on top of him. Right, well, I'm going to go for one last hunt before we head back down tomorrow. Going to go down to the base of this here. We're going to walk through the forest back up to the hut, so we'll see how that goes. Head back down. We've gone up a ridge line, and we're going to head back down to the base of this fan, and then we're going to go across the rest of the fan into the wind, see how it goes. Just slow stalking through the bush, seeing if we can't find a hind that's trickled down off the mountain. Maybe even a stag, who knows. Taking our time, having some fun.
Lucky.
Nice on the way out.
If not, we're going to have a lot of time for glassing down there to look for any tahr, so that'll be good.
that's where he is. But if we zoom out, he's kind of a long way away. So that is seriously a long way to walk to nothing. Well, not very much. We'll try and find something with a better rig. Is there any brow tines at all? Hard to tell.
Well, what have we seen?
More we smelled it.
Smelled it, yeah. We've come up on some game, which is kind of unusual. But yeah, it's a little stag. Kind of stinking a wee bit, but definitely not taking it home for meat. He's been there for a wee while. Oh. And then it's just died on here, crossing the thing. That's a shame. Might be an exit wound too, but been there for a while. Great shame. You're just saying that it looks like. I wonder if somebody shot it and then decided not to bother with the head. But they haven't even taken the back legs. Or it's random, they haven't been able to seed it, so they'll be able to find it. Yeah. Oh well. Righto, well we're back at the bikes and the sun has just started to poke out for the first time. It's bloody nice. So glad about that.
Just working our way out. Had a bluebird day, had a cloud in the sky. Of course, I was on, finishing up the trip, but it's been awesome. Saw some animals, no shots, but still beautiful. Good outing, good exploring.